Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I will explain you an array question to sum. The question goes like this: given an array of integers, numbers, that is nums, and an integer target, return indices of the two numbers such that they add up to a target. You may assume that each input would have exactly one solution, and you may not use the same element twice. You can return the answer in any order. This is a bit of technical jargon above there. So essentially, what it's asking us to do is to loop over the given array of elements and to return the indices of two elements if they exist, which will add up to the target number. So in this case, for example, in this case, we're having 2 and 7. On addition, it will be 9. So our target number is 9. So we'll just have to return the indices or the indexes of these elements on which they resides, 0 and 1. In this case it is 0 and 1, right? So we return those and that's it. And if we traverse the whole array and if we are not able to find any elements which will add up to the specific target, then we return just an empty array. So for this example, we're having 3 to 4 and the target is 6. So when we add 2 and 4, that will be 6. So we return 1 and 2 since strings and arrays are zeroth base. So we return 1 and 2. Likewise for 0 and for this array, we are having 3 and 3. We return 0 and 1 because on addition of these two numbers which are residing on 0 and 1, uh, that would be 6. That is equal, that would be equal to the target value, right? And also we have to take in consideration these constraints um, here. And also we have a follow-up question here which says, can you come up with an algorithm that is less than big O of n square time complexity? So I will write a solution which will be big O of n, that is linear complexity. So here is the function definition. It says it will return array of integers, and this is the function definition. So before we dive into the solution, we will brainstorm how we'll be doing this. We will declare a hash map which will be of key value pairs integers. So it will have key and a value which will have the first element of which will have the elements in the array and the indexes as their values. So key will be the element in the array and the value will be the index on which it resides. So let's go with the solution. So we write hash map of integer map. First we declare the hash map here. Integer, this is the package port import dot udl dot. So once you declare the hash map, we do the for loop to loop over all the elements in the array. For int I equals to 0, I less than nums dot length, I plus plus. um, so what we'll do is essentially we will take the current value in the element or the current value in the array and we'll subtract that with the target value. So we will declare a variable called current and that will be target minus the current element in the iteration, that will be 2. So we will do target which is 9 minus 2 and that will be 7, right? And then we will see whether that specific value in this current variable exists in the map or not. Contains key map dot contains key cur- current. If it contains that key, we just return array of integers. Int. This will be a lot clear once I explain this, once I'm done with the solution. So we return map dot get c or get the current. So it essentially gets the value of the current element, which will be 1, and the current index. So if not, we just put it in the array map. We just put it in the map, right? Map dot put. We will put the current value in the current iteration and the index. And once we looped over, if we don't have the numbers matching in the array, which would sum up to target value, then we just return the empty array. Return new int empty array, right? So essentially, what we have did is we are looping over this array here. So by using this for loop, and we also have declared the hash map here, which will be of key value pair of integers, and we are just trying to get the we are just trying to get this current variable populated with target minus the current variable. That means that is the target is 9 minus the current. In the current iteration we are at 0, right? So the I will start from 0, so the value at the 0 is 2. So target is 9 minus 2, that is 7, and we search whether 7 exists in the map. Since this is the first iteration, we don't have anything, so it will not be in the map. So what we do is we put the current element, that is 2, in the map, and the current index, that is 0, right? So in the hash map now, the values we will have is we will have key as 2 and the value will be 0. That's all we're having after first iteration in the map. Then we loop over. We do I plus plus and loop over. In the second iteration, this will be 1, and the target will be 9, and the current uh, value would be 7 since I is 1. So these are, this is 0, this is 1, right? So we do target 9 minus the value here in the first iteration 7 to 2. So the current will be 2. If we see whether 2 is there in the map, right? So we do map dot contains key 2. So upon the lookup, we find that 2 is already there in the map. So what we do is we just return the value of that I mean the value of that current key, that will be 0 here. So map dot get current, that will get the value of the current integer here. So that will be 0, comma, we will return the current index. The current index, if you remember, was 1. So we'll return 0 and 1. So 0 and 1 on addition would be 9. So that's it. Let's try to submit this answer. So we're getting some error here. We're a map of type hash map. Okay. Cannot find symbol. Map dot contains. So there is a typo here. Contains key, right? Run code. So after running the code, our answer is 01. The expected answer was 01. Let's submit this now. So it got accepted. Upon clicking this more details button, so we have beaten 67% of Java submissions when it comes to the runtime complexity, and we are better than 76% of Java submission when it comes to space-time complexity. So that is it. Please give it a like and subscribe if you like the video, and see you in the next video. Thank you.